Hello everyone. Today I'm going to read the book To or Pooh. In this book there are many interesting facts of animals. This book, To or Pooh, is by Nick Carzo and Donnie Rabotti. Illustrated by Alex G. Griffiths. Birds keep their nests clean by eating their chicks' poop. To or Pooh. True. Many species of baby birds' poop comes out of their bodies in fecal sacs, which keep the liquidy poop contained in a little ball. Baby birds poop out these sacs within seconds of being fed, and the parents clean up the nest by eating them. As the baby birds get older and their fecal sacs get bigger, though, the parents begin carrying the sacs away from the nest instead. After all, you can only eat so much poop. I hope you like it. Camels store water in their humps. True or Pooh? Pooh! Camels usually live in the desert and can go a long time without drinking water, over 10 days. But their humps actually hold a whole lot of fat which they need for energy. So how does a camel go so long without water? There are a few different ways, but the most impressive way is that they can gulp down more than 50 gallons in just 3 minutes. Please don't try this at home. Save some for the rest of us! White sand is made of fish poop. True or Pooh? True, sort of. The white sand beaches of the Maldives, a country made of many small islands, are basically just huge mounds of poop created by the bumpet parrotfish. This fish bites off bits of coral, chews it into dust to get the algae found inside, then poops out the ground up coral. Each parrotfish can produce almost 200 pounds of sand each year, much of it which is washed ashore. So if you're ever lucky enough to visit the Maldives, make sure to tell everyone they're lying around in beautiful fish poop. They have no idea. Ha ha! You eat spiders in your sleep. True or Pooh? Pooh, probably. Has anyone ever told you that spiders crawl into your mouth while you're sleeping? Hopefully not, because it's not true. That doesn't mean that you've never eaten a spider in your sleep. A few of you probably have. But come on, spiders do not want to go near your mouth. Would you crawl into a giant opening that makes a lot of noise, snoring, coughing, breathing, and moves? I don't think so. That does not look good. Vulture poop kills bacteria. True or Pooh? Pooh! Like all bird poop, vulture poop is made of both feces, solid waste, and urine, liquid waste, so the mix comes out pretty soupy. Adding to the grossness, these birds poop it out right onto their own legs. Yuck. People used to think vultures did this so the poop would kill dangerous bacteria. But the real deal is that vultures can't sweat, and as the liquid poop evaporates from their legs, it helps them stay cool. It's so hot. I feel great. Horses can't vomit. True or true? True. When you throw up, food and anything else in your stomach comes back up and out of your mouth and sometimes nose. This usually happens because you're sick or your stomach is irritated by what you ate. Horses, however, they can't throw up. The special value that stops food from coming back up into their mouths is too strong. Horses also have a low vomit reflex, meaning their brains don't often tell the bodies that they have to heave. What? I'm not going to do it. Rabbits eat their own poop. True or true? True. When a rabbit eats food, the food passes through its stomach and small intestine before being broken down into bits. But rabbits need to absorb the nutrients in these small pieces, so they have to poop them out, then eat their own poop to send everything back through their system once more. Seems like a big waste of time, but at least it's interesting. Looks like it's dinner time. Yummy. Wasps are out to get you. True or poo? Poo. Worker wasps spend most of their lives looking for food to feed their colony and young wasps. However, at the end of summer, the workers' job is done and they start searching for fruit and other sugary foods for themselves. The problem is, if the fruit they eat has become rotten, it can make the wasps act woozy and wacky. So they're not out to get you as much as they're confused and probably need a long nap. Is that kid running from us? Where am I? Some youths stab themselves to deter predators. True or poo? True. If you startle an Iberian-ribbed newt, you will probably see sharp spines appear along the animal's sides. Believe it or not, these are the newt's ribs that stab through its skin to make it tricky for predators to swallow its body. The skin will also ooze slimy substance which tastes bad and may even be toxic enough to kill a small animal. Don't worry about newt, though it can fix its body in no time. You want a piece of me? You can see penguin poop from space. True or poo? True! Back in 2009, British researchers were using satellites to check out a colony of emperor penguins in Antarctica, and they spotted several brown patches on the ice. Turns out the patches were, you guessed it, huge piles of poop. In recent years, satellite images have gotten so clear that it's now possible to guess how many penguins are in a colony by just seeing how much poop they create. That's a lot of penguins. Vampire bats share food with their friends. True or pooh? True. You might think an animal that feeds on blood would be the scary evil villain of the animal kingdom. But vampire bats are actually pretty friendly, at least to one another. If a bat doesn't get to eat one night, a neighbor may share its meal. Then, in the future, if the neighbor gets hungry, the first bat may share its food. Think about that the next time your friend asks for a bite of your pudding cup. Tree shoes use pitcher plants as toilets. True or pooh? True. When an insect falls into the cup leaf of a pitcher plant, the digestive liquid inside the cup breaks the body down so the plant can absorb its nutrients. Creepy, right? Some pitcher plants, however, don't trap living prey. Instead, 3 special species wait for a tree shoe to come along and eat their nectar and to poop in them. The pitcher plant's opening is just the right size for a tree shoe's backside, and the plant then absorbs the nutrients from the shoe's poop. Everybody wins. Need a magazine? Polar bears eat penguins. True or pooh? Pooh! Polar bears eat mostly seals, but they will also eat dead whales, snack on small rodents and fish, and rummage through garbage. One thing they don't eat, however, is penguins. This isn't because they don't like penguins. They would probably love to jump on one. It's because polar bears live in the northern hemisphere, the top half of the earth, while almost all penguins live in the southern hemisphere, the bottom half of the earth. That's good news for penguins. Swim for it! Velvet worms stop their prey from moving by turning their faces into slime cannons. True or pooh? True! Velvet worms get their velvety appearance from tiny bristles poking cut out of the papillae, small round bumps all over their bodies. Even cooler, or maybe weirder, they shoot slime from the papillae located just below the antennae on either side of their head. These slime cannons sway back and forth like horses while shooting a glue-like slime up to a foot from their body, quickly trapping prey when the glue hardens. What a way to go! Anteaters use their noses to suck up ants. True or pooh? Pooh! Despite what they look like, anteaters are not ant vacuums. Their long snouts are actually both their mouths and noses combined. Anything they sucked in would immediately get covered in snot. Instead, anteaters flick their long tongues as fast as 160 times per minute to lap up ants into their mouths. These tongues are covered in thousands of tiny hooks and a lot of sticky spit to keep the ants on board. The giant anteater can consume over 20,000 insects a day. Run! Wombats have cute-shaped poop. Sure, poo. True. I know what you're thinking. If wombat's poop comes out in cubes, what does that mean? Its butt has a square opening shape? Sadly, no. Wombat poop is probably molded into a cube at the beginning of the animal's large intestine, where there are ridges that could form the shape. It also takes the poop a long time to get through a wombat system, which dries the poop out, helping it keep its square edges. Let's build a tower. Chameleons are masters of camouflage. True or poo? Poo! You've probably heard that chameleons change color to blend in with their surroundings or maybe to hide from a predator. But that fact is a big fat fake. Chameleons' skin color actually has to do with their mood or temperature. Their outermost layer of skin will change its structure when they're excited or relaxed, which changes how the light reflects off their skin. For instance, a chameleon might look orange or red when excited, or it might look blue when it's feeling calm. I'm so excited! Chill out. There's a beetle that pretends to be an ant's butt. True or poo? True. One special beetle with an impossible to pronounce name, Nephrister cronori, is so similar in size, shape, color, to texture to an army ant that the beetle is able to blend in with the ant's butt to stay hidden. When looking at an ant from above, predators can't tell there's a beetle hitchhiking on the ant's body. Talk about a smart way to travel. This isn't a taxi service. Kids don't poop. True or poo? You already know the answer to this one. Of course kids poop. Kids, parents, teachers, or presidents. Everybody poops, sometimes few times a day. Sometimes just once a day. Or sometimes every 2 or 3 days. It's perfectly a normal thing your body does to keep itself healthy, an important part of life for the entire animal kingdom. So the next time you see someone getting grossed out by a bowel movement, teach that person a fun fact or two. Then share more animal facts and facts to see if they can guess what's true and what's a big old pile of poo.